Welcome to the Studio Demands, a screenwriting series where we will conceptualize, pitch, and craft a film or show based on the demands from one of you listeners acting as a hypothetical Hollywood overlord.
Hollywood!
Yeah. As professional screenwriters ourselves and massive cinephiles, we talk movies all the time.
Movies!
And we like to believe that we could meet any demand thrown at us. We will be your screenwriters for this episode. I'm TC DeWitt, and joining me, as always, is Jim Fisticuffs Brzelic.
That's what they call me.
Fisticuffs. Have we ever asked each other, like, have you ever been in a fight? Have we talked about whether or not you've ever been in a fight before?
Not on mic. I don't know if I've ever talked to you about the fights that I've been in.
Plural.
The fights I was in were all in like middle school.
Yeah.
I
punched.
And they were stupid, ineffectual, amounting to nothing scuffles. Oh no, I did get into one outside of school. I am pretty sure I lost every one I was ever in.
You've lost every fight you're in? Honestly, that's a record worth having. I punched Wesley Minor in the gob for kicking my kickball at recess once in like third grade. And as soon as I did it, I cried and he cried and we hugged each other crying. Because I was just playing by myself with my little red rubber ball. Remember that?
Yeah.
The smell and the sound of a red rubber ball. And I think I was doing that because I had felt like... not bullied, but just sort of like not included by the other kids. So I'm just playing by myself, and the ball kind of got away from me. And as soon as it got near him, he just booted it, and it flew over the fence and away from school grounds. So I lost it. I was like, "Why'd you do that?" Poof. And then he's like, "You hit me. Why'd you hit me?" And I'm like, "I'm sorry." I'm just so sad. And then we just cried. That's my fight. I have a brother. We've never fought. Seriously, I've never fought my brother. I could take him.
Yeah.
I don't know, actually. He might be deceivingly strong and I don't know it.
Oh, I had forgotten. So I think it was in high school, me and some friends started a fight club.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
It wasn't big. It was like 4 of us.
Okay.
But like we would go in the backyard and we would essentially spar. We called it sparring.
Okay.
It was us doing... not real wrestling. Like, I'm not saying we were doing WWE stuff,
right?
Like literally just trying to do like limb locks and gut punches and stuff.
Yeah,
like the rule was not the face,
not the face. We'll get in trouble if you hit me in the face.
Yeah, it's not even real. Like we thought it was real fighting.
Was this trampoline or just in the grass?
Just in the grass.
Because my friends and I would do trampoline, like tomfoolery.
Yeah.
I might have told this story before, but the Yeti and I choreographed a WCW is what I was into at the time because of WCW versus NWO on the Nintendo 64. Anyway, we choreographed like a fight. And in it was a suplex. Like he picked me up and then I took the fall to the ground and we worked it out. We had the choreography for it. And then we went to a friend's like backyard hangout one night. And like campfire kind of thing. And Yeti's like, "Hey, let's do this." I'm like, all right. And when we got to that final move, he threw me to the ground.
Yeah.
Not like, didn't let me take the fall. He threw me on the grass. The fact that I didn't break my neck is a miracle because I landed like full on, like right on the worst spot. I'm like, oof. And I was just like, dazed. I was like, "What the hell?" He's like, "Sorry, I got in the moment." I'm like, "Yeah, you could have killed me." That was the end of that. We stopped our
that was the end of your career in dance.
That was the end of my dance. Yeah, that was the end of it all right there. I never balleted again. Anyway, Jim. Our amazing listeners have given us demands from studios literally all over the world.
All over the world?
That's right. And you, listening right now, you can send us any demand you like, and we will have to meet it right here on the spot. And when we reach the end of the episode, if we've done our jobs, we'll have pitched a full script and story meeting or even exceeding those demands. And when the end of the season comes, your demands could have helped us craft the script that will be greenlit by the fans for our finale. Thanks to everyone who submitted. Today's demand comes from... Okay, here we go. Ronnie with an I at Ronnie with a Y Studios.
Nice.
Hello, Ronnie. Okay, here we go. Ready, Jim? I already know what this is. I know. I picked it based on the singular thing I needed to search. So I have a sense of what this may or may not be. But here we go. Ready? John Wick is dead. That's what Keanu Reeves has said. And yet, Lionsgate officially announced John Wick Chapter 5.
Really?
Yep.
Oh.
With Keanu returning. Somehow. Impossibly. Yeah. I'm thinking he's back. Here's the problem. Chapter 4 ended perfectly. The High Table storyline is over. John finally escaped the myth of Baba Yaga. The tombstone wasn't just a death. It was a symbolic burial. The assassin died so the man could finally exist. So if you're going to make John Wick 5, you cannot undo the ending. You can't undo any of it. And Chad Stahelski, the director, that's the guy who directed it, knows it, and has already said, quote, "We won't revisit the High Table. We are not recycling mythology. No, somehow the Elder returned nonsense. This has to be a completely new story with completely new stakes." Oh, I didn't realize how long this was. Which means the challenge is how is John alive? The challenge is who is John Wick when he no longer has anything left to fight for? No purpose. He's just a man who was once a legend. And that could be the most dangerous of John Wick we've ever seen. The franchise has always worked because John is reactive. Someone takes something from him and the machine starts. But now, what happens when someone or something tries to pull him back into violence after he's already buried Baba Yaga once and for all? That's the demand. No bigger mythology, not another High Table coup, not fan service cameos, a new world, new enemies, new locations, new emotional stakes. Don't pitch me more John Wick. Pitch me one story powerful enough to make me and fans believe John Wick should return at all. And remember, you two, Fortis Fortuna Advugat. Be seeing you. What is Fortus? Fortune? Fortuna is fortune.
It's you should look it up before
Fortune
before we make fools of ourselves.
Fortune favors the bold.
Ah.
That's what it means. And be seeing you is definitely a John Wick quote as well. Okay, Ronnie wants a John Wick 5, Jim. And you kind of can do, because we've had conversations about.
I want to read. I had wanted to redo stuff.
Yeah,
I'd wanted to, like, it's not even just the fourth one.
Yeah, let's go back to one.
No, one is fine. I actually love the table. I think the table is resolved poorly.
In 4. He said it was perfect.
I know, and I disagree.
Yeah.
I actually think John Wick dying means John Wick didn't win. John Wick never rested.
He didn't get what.
The thing is, it's entirely possible based on. Where's that sound coming from? Is that outside?
Oh, that's outside. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a guy talking.
What Ronnie here said, like Baba Yaga's buried. I don't know where that happened.
Well,
was that when he used his last favor with the Russians to get out? Was that the death of Bobby? Because I don't know, or just him dying is that, like, do all of these things just resolve with his death?
I think that's what it is, because like the tombstone's there. John Wick is dead. He satisfied his final debt. He did the shootout, saved the bullet to kill Bill Skarsgård.
Sure.
Spoilers. Sorry. I suppose if you're listening to an episode about John Wick Chapter 5, you should assume we're going to talk about the 4, 5, 6 previous things. And there's a video game coming out and an animated thing coming out. Oh, and a Kane spinoff they're producing right now. The blind Donnie Yen's character.
Okay.
Anyway.
But yeah, so I was unsatisfied with that ending. I'm glad you liked it, Ronnie.
Yes.
But I thought because to me the whole point, and I realize he himself, if you take the movie and the character at their word, so the moment he says, "You know what, I think I'm back," it technically undoes the entire story of wanting to be out.
Right.
So maybe I'm wrong. Fine. But that's the story I was interested in, was this man who wanted out, and it turned out the only way out was through.
Right. Well, that first one there was never any plan to write a sequel. It just
No, the first one happened, and,
Yeah.
and it's in the second one that we're kind of given that arc of you can't get out.
Yeah.
Now that you did this thing,
You're back.
we say you're back.
Right.
Which is why in that movie he says, you know what? I think I am back.
Yeah.
But that's also why he eventually goes to the table. Well, he goes to the table because he has this weird moment where he's all like, I must work for you now. When the whole notion was to kill them.
Right.
Right? Like the only way I can be, the motivation was always to be out.
Right.
And so like there's some real samurai stuff to the only way out is through death.
It's through. Yep.
But I did not feel that the movie ever established that. I'm sorry, the world of John Wick told John that was the case.
Right.
The only way out is death.
Yeah.
And essentially that means man versus the world, and the world won in that case. And that is a sad story because we want to see protagonists win.
Right.
And he didn't.
Yeah, when seeing that fourth one, which has that stair fall sequence, is one of the best things in the whole franchise, as far as I'm concerned. But
honestly, I didn't like. I rolled my eyes when I first saw it.
Yeah,
but upon repeated viewing, upon a later viewing, I actually really, really liked it.
It's so good. It's like everything that I think that series. Wisecrack did a great video back in the day. The Wisecrack channel on YouTube did a great video on John Wick as the inheritor of slapstick. Is that like we as a culture have to escalate our genres because we get so familiar and comfortable with the tropes, they become rote and they're not interesting anymore. And the way action has escalated and sci-fi has escalated and all these genres have escalated, that is true for comedy as well. And John Wick is the inheritor of slapstick because there is something funny about watching him ripping through people and just gunning them down in the most ludicrous bullet ballet possible. And
maybe that was another problem is I wasn't on board for that humor. I was right. Like
humor is a strong word.
It is, but for example, that's what turned me around on the Fast and Furious franchise.
Yeah,
you said no, here, watch it with me. Watch it like this.
Yes.
And when I was watching this insane franchise where people had car powers and just like
telekinesis,
and all that kind of stuff, where basically I went in with a professional wrestling attitude to Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
It became fun. I was like, oh, okay, this isn't eye-rollingly stupid. I mean, it is, but that is sort of the point.
It's okay.
And it's also not fair to call it eye-rollingly stupid because it seemingly knows what it is. You hear stories about Vin Diesel and you're not so sure.
Is this what Francis Ford Coppola would do? We're kind of off topic here, but with John Wick.
But it comes back to John Wick because I don't necessarily like. I understand the notion of him being the inheritor of slapstick, and my point is maybe I watched the movies wrong because they do escalate in that manner. And instead, if I had watched that final movie where the cars just keep going around the
keep driving
Arc de Trump,
that's where that came.
Yeah,
that's where you created that.
Yeah,
keep
driving.
Dancing.
Yeah. The keep dancing was from when he goes through the club. Like all of these, they are watching a man kill a bunch of other people.
Keep dancing.
Got to keep dancing.
Yeah.
I'm minding my own business over here.
I don't love this franchise. I like it. I'm impressed by it. The technical achievements of it is what it's built upon. The stunt world that 5711 or like that stunt team has done some extraordinary things.
Yeah.
We got to see Over Your Dead Body recently, and they are the stunt team on that, and they did some stunts in there that weren't the flash and the choreography of John Wick, but still as impressive. And that's to say, John Wick in its bullet, that action stuff is like
bullet ballet.
Bullet ballet.
That's a term.
Yeah, it's cool as hell. Like it is. Yeah, and so all that said, going to that fourth movie, when I loved that stair sequence, when it ended and I saw that tombstone and Winston walks away from it, all I thought was, well, now we know where John Wick's guns and coins are, and the next time we see him, he's digging that thing up, probably in the rain, and pulling out his guns and coins. Right? Like, that seems like the logical place. He's already dug up his basement. He's already gone through a wall. He's like gone, like, his cache, his next place where the cache is going to be is there, right?
That's not bad.
That's my pitch for, like, not the opening,
Honestly,
but
I was so put off that I was like, fine, he's dead, whatever. I actually kept waiting for the ground to shake.
yeah, and the hand to come out with a gun in it.
Something. No, I just kept thinking Superman.
Oh,
The way in
BVS,
BVS, yeah,
DOJ.
like he returned from the dead before
The
the movie even ended.
My assumption was they built it in such a way that if they were going to do a fifth one, this is what's going to happen. He's not
Sure.
going to come out of that grave. He's going to return to it and dig it up. And so
I'm putting an idea together. I don't know if the studio will like it.
Okay. Well, before we get to that, if there's any further dissection to be had here, that original one, this is also allowing you the platform to in our public here to talk about going too far. And I'm in agreement on this. As soon as everyone became an assassin, that you're in Central Park and literally everyone there's like, "Sup, John? We're all coming after you." I was like, "Oh, they've gone too far."
Maybe I should have taken it a little less seriously the moment that happened.
But that first one,
maybe I should have pivoted.
Yeah, I think the first one, it's like, this is it might not be a strange comparison. Alien versus Aliens. Alien has a specific style and tone and rules to it, and then Aliens amped it up like an action movie should, and kind of contradicted some of the elements of Alien.
Well, it's because it was a different genre.
Yeah, it went from horror to sci-fi action.
It's still horror, but yes,
it's
yes.
No, yes.
I'm the stickler on that.
I think Alien and Aliens are two of the best movies ever made.
Yeah,
and even if Aliens contradicts Alien, that doesn't diminish it. With John Wick, it reached a point of narratively, I was like, I really don't care anymore.
Yeah,
I don't care.
So I think that's why I was less affected by that stair scene, because in that same movie we had the Arc de Triomphe fight. Like, I hated that fight. A traffic fight should be cool.
Yeah.
But that one, it felt like the Agent Smith fight.
Yeah.
Where it was just like, this should be cool, but it's so much that I just don't care.
Yeah. Just a quick tangent because you brought it up. That's a great comparison of how little it mattered.
Mm-hmm.
Looking back at the Burly Brawl from Matrix Reloaded,
mm-hmm.
and just imagining it done practically.
Oh, sure.
Oh my God. I know that's a weird tangent to go off on for a second, but it just, going back to the Arc de Triomphe car chase sequence, it's because it looked so fake. It felt so fake. And maybe they were driving cars around these guys, but it just felt artificial.
Mm-hmm.
And to go from the very grounded action sequences of the beginnings of John Wick to reaching that point where it's like, okay.
And like there were things that I totally get on paper, conceptualizing. I probably would have been on board if the way they build the John Wick world. Every time they do this sort of new thing that is there entirely for style, it's not about realism. The movie stops being about realism probably in the first one,
mm-hmm.
but definitely in the second one.
Uh-huh.
But by the time we get to the fourth one, right, these high up dudes, they have bulletproof suits. Not Kevlar in their suits, not like literally the fabric itself. So all they have to do is like kids on a playground saying, "No, I put up my jacket.
I put my jacket
and it shields me."
Yeah.
That's literally what they're doing.
Uh-huh.
That's sci-fi. At that point, you're doing sci-fi,
mm-hmm.
and that can
or
be
magic,
or magic, and that can be okay. And I'm gonna roll with all this, because the thing is, I really liked the world of where like everyone in the park was an assassin,
but the Continental,
the Continental, this entire subculture of assassins.
I really dug the sanctuary locations of the Continental.
Mm-hmm.
Imagining there's one in around, like one in every major city around the world that you can go to as a sanctuary. The rules state you can't kill on continental grounds lest you be excommunicado.
Mm-hmm. Having the weird addicted to love women running the networking room was a cool style.
Yeah, there's certainly some wonderful aesthetics to be had there. So instead of sitting here and just reviewing the series, I kind of got some ideas flowing. I assumed this is what it was going to be. I picked John Wick. That's why I just wanted to do a John Wick episode because we've made it 7 seasons and we've only ever had passing conversations about John Wick.
Sure.
And I just had an itch in me. I was like, oh, let's see if we can do a John Wick demand. And we had a couple. There were a couple classic. John Wick, but it's Nick Cage. Thank you.
John Nick.
Also, I want to know who you people are because it's not one person who sent us all those.
Oh, no?
There's multiple people who have sent us this movie, but it's all Nick Cage. Yes.
All right, we'll do that one. So it's John Wick.
Yeah,
but it's all Nick
back. No, wait. No, I'm thinking I'm back. There you go. Anyway, it is funny every time I see it. And it's also funny to see the Muppet one as well. That comes up a lot of like this movie, but it's Muppets. So there was a John Wick, but it's Nick Cage demand. It's hard for me not to just read the sentence because it's always just one sentence demand. And but we had a couple.
Is it funnier if the villain is the human or John Wick is the human? John Wick kicking the shit out of a bunch of puppets, or is it a puppet John Wick?
Oh man, I think it's funnier to watch Keanu Reeves just destroying puppets. But there is also something funny to imagine of like puppet John. No, I think John Wick's the human, and then everything else is the puppet. And maybe the main villain is, or like the muscle to the main villain is also a human. And then like Sam the Eagle is the final villain, or
it could be a number. It could be. You could go so many different directions.
Anyhow, I knew I wanted to.
No, actually, no. The muscle needs to be Sweetums.
Oh, so yes.
Then when,
oh my God.
When John Wick shows up, Sweetums goes, "I'm out of here."
What? Are you John Wick? I'm out of here. Whoa!
Yeah.
He does his high step run away.
Yep.
Oh, Sweetums. You're right. That's. Anyhow, I wanted to do.
So we did those two really quick.
Yeah, there you go. I'm thinking I'm back. There you go.
Nick Cage as John Wick in Muppet John Wick.
Fortune favors the bold. So it's been a while. Okay, John Wick. I assumed it was going to be something like this. I thought maybe there was a chance it would be a prequel John Wick, but I haven't really given this much thought before of what to do beyond John Wick 4 because the conversations we've had in our John Wick discussions has always been, this is what I would have done.
Yep. It's as
an alternative.
Yeah, it's a bunch of woulda.
So with that said, you said you had something brewing over there.
I do.
But it's
controversial.
Uh-oh.
John Wick is not the main character.
Go on.
We follow probably 3 or 4 assassins who don't believe John Wick is dead.
They're looking for him.
Yeah.
Searching for John Wick.
One of the first scenes is these mysterious people in the rain digging up the grave.
To see
and when
if
they
he's in
open
there.
it, it's empty.
Not even gold coins?
Not maybe a couple.
One gold coin.
But clearly there were some.
Uh-huh. Okay. That's it?
Or yeah, because I didn't want to go too far if this was too out there and like, no, that doesn't satisfy the demand. That's not the world building you want to do.
No, that's not bad.
I didn't go much further than that. Like it touches on as the movie goes. I have more of a vibe than like scenes or plot points in mind.
Yeah.
John Wick is essentially he's the monster. He as they're going, they're trying to find him, and he pops. So we get to see Keanu, but only barely, as he Baba Yaga's in, kills someone.
I don't even want to do this anymore.
Disappears back into the shadows.
I do think you're onto something of trying to find John Wick. It could be a couple, three or so. You said three?
I said three or four.
Three or four assassins who want to truly prove themselves. They want to be the next. You become the best by killing the best, kind of thing. And it's like a champion retiring from. You brought up wrestling earlier.
Sure.
Retiring undefeated, and
Mhm.
I'm retiring the belt, and now it can go up for grabs for the next person, and I will never be fought. I
Mhm.
will never lose this belt. I
Yeah.
give it up willingly, kind of thing. You certainly have way more wrestling information to draw from. So if I'm off mark, you
Oh
can just say
gosh, you
so.
make me sound like an expert.
You are,
Uh-oh.
in my eyes.
Aw.
But having a handful of assassins who want to prove themselves, find John Wick and kill him. I knew he wasn't dead. If we find him, we kill him.
Well, I think we can give them different motivations. One just wants to prove he's not dead. It's a matter of prove. He thinks he's smarter than everyone, so he needs to prove he's right. Another likes that idea because he never got his chance to fight John Wick,
Mm-hmm.
and he would love to prove himself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why the other two are there.
They could be
I just want to be friends. You guys are my friends. I'll
they could
help.
be a pair out for revenge. It did say, Chad himself has said it, this is going to be a new story for John Wick, a new world. So linking it to anything we've seen already.
So that's a weird thing. What does that mean? A new world? He's in a like. Is it going to be like nobody? Is it just going to be nobody but with Keanu Reeves?
Right. Actually, that's worth just saying right now. It's history of violence or nobody. He's retired and he's just trying to live a normal life, but he can't help
What other
himself.
world of killers is going to come after him?
Right. If yes, you're correct. But
or is it not supposed to be an action movie?
Oh, that would be a waste of everything.
Yeah.
It's going to be an action movie. So you're right. Having it be a nobody or a history of violence where I'm out of the game. I'm dead. I'm not even John Wick. My name's not even John. I'm Jerry Blick.
Because there was another way to go, and it's a bit more jokey, and it goes. I think it is even more of a curveball than the one I pitched of John Wick not being the main character, and that's do Frankenwick or Wickenstein.
Literally, oh my god! Literally resurrect.
He's dead. He's in the grave, and he's brought back.
He is dead, and you bring it. That is really something. I mean, now you're truly
it's magic.
You're delving into territory that this franchise has not gone to, which is literally raising the dead. I'm going to say no to that.
Sure,
you could try something.
I figured no.
I don't think that would do. It's Freddy. It's Jason Voorhees in space. Like that is so like wow. What are we doing here? It's escalating in a very strange direction. Like Dom Toretto returning from the dead because he had a vision, which has happened. But there's tropes in this of him working at a coffee shop somewhere and someone clocking him and going, "I know who you are." Okay, here's an aesthetic thing to help with this. Cut the hair.
Sure.
It's Keanu Reeves with a short haircut and no beard. Like he doesn't even look his part anymore.
So what are we retaining from John Wick?
That he is the killer of killers.
I know he's more than his hair, but
yeah, but that he is. You put a gun in his hand. There's nothing that can stand in his way. So really, it's just a matter of how do we find him, get him out of retirement, and throw him at something that he has to kill. That's it. We have to come up with a new reason to get the machine. As Ronnie put it, something is taken from John Wick and the machine starts. So if this is a John Wick who's been retired and has quietly gone away and living his happily ever after, even if he does get his wife back, the thing that can be taken away from him is that peace. He's at peace finally. He's achieved what he wanted, and
That's just you're right, but that's just one. We're just gonna
he wasn't at peace in one. He was grieving, and then the dog was killed, and he was like, "You killed my wife. My dog."
The dog was yes, he was grieving, and then the dog, a gift from his wife, was the peace.
Okay. Yes, I understand the struggle you're saying is that but shattering his peaceful existence is enough to get him going again. Put a coin in this thing.
So that's That's our goal. We're just going to Force Awakens this.
Is it?
I don't know.
If okay, fine.
Yeah.
New scenario here. Nothing is taken from him. He is peacefully, happily living a life. He lives by the ocean. He has his home. He goes into town. He's living a very simple, quiet life in the middle of nowhere.
And he sees a murder through his window across the street, but he doesn't want to get involved, so he just keeps watching, trying to figure out what happened.
No, but we could come
Wick
back to
window, rear window.
Yeah, no, Wick window is pretty good. Rear window is also pretty funny.
sounds gross though.
Someone shows up and says, "Please, I need you. Please, I need John Wick to say, like, I something has happened.
Why'd you say that name? Why'd you say that name?
Please come. Please let me hire you. I'll give you all these gold coins. I will like."
Sorry.
He's the A team.
Yeah.
He's the J team.
If you can find him, you can hire the J team.
Dun, 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 John Wick. No. What do you think of that? That someone shows up and says, "Please, I want to hire you."
I'm interested to know where you're going to go with this. What is this new world he's getting involved in? Because I really want to go back to the world of Assassins. Because I think, what am I trying to say? I think that world is super cool.
Yeah.
And letting that world live beyond John Wick is a great idea.
Right.
But he is so intrinsic that you need to figure out a way to move. It's hard to move on it, right? Like the Harry Potter world is called the Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
Right.
So we could have whole adventures that don't have this guy in it, but it's named after him.
Yeah.
At least Star Wars is called Star Wars and not Legend of Skywalker.
Right. I'm trying to get him. Okay, someone shows up, a young person who's like, I was always told justice could be served by one man and one man only. It's you. It's John Wick. Bobby Yaga's dead. I don't know who that is. I'm looking for John Wick. Someone who knows John Wick is the gun, does not know the legend of Baba Yaga, says, "Help me." Whatever convincing needs to be done, John Wick is pulled into that event, that's this assignment, this mission, whatever the case, and the revelation of like, okay, I'm in this, but I'm not returning to my world. It's already linked to that, and he does get back into the world of Assassins. Like if it's this.
I thought we're not supposed to return to the world of Assassins.
Right, but you just said yourself you love that world and you want to go back to it.
Well, yeah, that's why I with my pitch. But doing this, so I'm starting to I'm starting to see it.
Yeah.
It's feeling real Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. Go on. Is this a good
like,
thing?
Because I'm trying to find a different world. Because that world of Assassins isn't just the world of Assassins. That actually was the world of crime, right? All crime. So how do we get away from crime, from organized crime?
Well, we won't visit. So looking at the demand and what Chad Stileski has said, not going back to the high table, not recycling the mythology, and the elder is not returning. This is the demand says a completely new story with new stakes. I feel like we can still visit we can see Winston again, or we can go to one of the caches.
Who was the elder? Remind me of that.
That's who Bill Skarsgård ended up killing and taking over the right.
Oh,
and Clancy Brown was like, "Oh, this will determine this or that or the other."
He was the Clancy Brown was the adjudicator.
Yeah. But whatever the case is, is that yes, this assassin world exists and there's no fleeing from it. And if John is out and pulled near it again, maybe that can satisfy your saying like this mythology is huge. We should still play in it.
Sure.
We just won't recycle anything.
I'm willing to try to find other worlds. That's why I was saying it starts to feel Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
Because right, so he's now off on his own in this new life. He is someone else. So what I would do is maybe the person who comes to him doesn't call him John Wick, but they from him being in town, his new life, his new little calm sedentary life. That's the wrong word, but And then one day someone shows up at his door. Hey, I need your help. I don't know what you want. I can't help
Mm-hmm.
you. I'm a greengrocer.
Mm-hmm.
Riddled with AIDS. No, sorry. That's a
It's a Liam Neeson "Life's Too Short" reference right
yeah,
there.
that is. I'm the grocery. I work in town. I do this. I don't know why you would think I can help you.
I raise dogs.
Yeah. I don't know why I don't know why you think I could help you with the freaking truck brigade. Like I was thinking rednecks, right? I
Sure.
think that's a part of why I was thinking Roadhouse
Huh.
so much. But
Yeah.
a bunch of dudes in trucks terrorizing a town with their big rifles and
And John
like
Wick goes Rambo on their asses.
yeah.
I don't. Have we seen John Wick beat up rednecks?
I don't think so.
We might be onto something here.
Um,
Appalachian
yeah,
John Wick here.
it's very Roadhouse. Yeah,
Like you messed with the wrong dude.
he'll crush their throats like walnuts.
Someone coming to him and asking for help that had,
Like in through the first act, little things sort of give away that he is competent at. Like he chases off a shoplifter.
right,
I
right.
don't know,
Yeah.
or even a mugger. He stops a mugging.
Mm-hmm.
And enough word gets around because it's a small town. That someone gets in trouble, like they're being chased, like they're a real problem, and so they're like, don't know who to go to because these guys, right? Is this just one man Yojimbo?
Kind of. Yeah.
Yeah,
And that touches on some samurai
or
of.
Seven Samurai. One man, Seven Samurai. It is. Yeah, that would be Yojimbo. But yeah, the idea, right? So the bandits come to town, terrorize the town. Someone's like, "Please help! I
Mhm.
cannot help you." I know you can. You took that gun away from that guy like it was
Mhm.
like it was yours.
Yeah, that's a good line.
Um.
That's a good line. Uh,
Uh.
okay. Yes, I think there might be some chance here to blend some ideas here. The idea of digging up that grave to prove that he's not like okay, three assassins. We'll limit it. No, five assassins who collectively meet at the gravesite and dig it up in the rain and open up that casket and it's empty.
Oh, you're gonna make my protagonists the antagonists?
And then being like, he's not dead. Uh, all right, who finds him first? Good luck. Then
That's that's a fun pitch.
then cut to John living his simple life
Mm-hmm.
and a very rednecky minor threat happens and like to give us this inciting incident
Mm-hmm.
of John Wick being John Wick. You took that gun away from him like it was yours. That
Mm-hmm.
kick it off, give us like a real bap action scene. Maybe someone holds up the like he's shopping at the market and someone comes in and
Sure.
holds up the place and he's like and he takes him out with like a banana and like he just won't touch a gun and he's just like does this that and the other and then it ends with him disarming a guy and putting an end to it and then it's like wow that was incredible. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
I it was adrenaline. I was like no that was something else. That's enough of a moment
Mm-hmm.
to send our five looking for John Wick in the right like if someone catches it on their cell phone or whatnot even just
Sure.
as like a hint of like this dude kill I swear this guy killed a guy with a banana and then and then and then our five show up and one of them could even show up before the others and say hey Baba Yaga like I don't know what you're talking about. I was like I know who you are and I'm ready to make my name on you.
Mm-hmm.
Knew you weren't dead and I'm just letting you know. I'll even give you a head start because I want this to be a fair fight. I'm not just going to assassinate you. I want to fight you. And some of my friends are coming too. So if I don't get you, they will. See you tomorrow. I'll be seeing you. Sorry to borrow the phrase that's
Mm-hmm.
said in the series a lot. And John's like, I'm packing up and leaving and getting out of this town before they get here. Before
Okay.
my cover's blown,
Sure.
and before he can get out, they start converging on this town, and now it's John Wick versus five assassins who have just shown up to make their name by killing him. And the small town that John Wick lives in that he doesn't want to see mixed up in this nonsense. He just wants to like leave me alone. I'm done. Leave my home alone. Leave these people alone. and now it's John Wick protecting his home and all these people from these killers who've shown up.
Sure.
Did that take your five assassins idea and flip it? Because I liked
It
your
did.
idea that
It did flip it.
John Wick isn't in the movie, but I think that would defeat.
Well, when I say isn't in the he's in the movie, but he's in the movie like
not doing action until
well, no,
he does.
he's yeah, correct.
Yeah.
He because they're looking for him and he is hidden, right? So it's he's like the
So
pick any horror movie. He's the alien. He's the predator.
Mhm.
He's the Cenobite. So he's because he is the Baba Yaga.
Yeah.
He right. The legend is he can only be found if he wants to be found. Type of thing.
Right.
So you just pitched. That's good, and we can do that. But I don't care. I want to finish my pitch.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Right. So they dig it up, and maybe what they find is they find a MacGuffin, and I'll this MacGuffin is going to have a few attributes, but they take whatever's there. It's not a marker. It's something new. I don't know what yet.
Mhm. A timepiece.
Maybe it's something that they're like, well, if he's not here, we're going to take this as proof. We dug him up we dug up the grave, proving he's not there. We have the thing that was left there. And so then when they start going around, they go to the Continental or they go somewhere and start kind of poking about or saying we did this or that. The entire world that they expect a couple different reactions from don't react the way they expected.
Mm-hmm.
It reacts really hostile to them. Like right, like we're looking for John Wick. Who's asking? They, like put the thing on the counter, slide it over. I'm asking, where did you get that?
Yeah.
You know where I got it. Like acting all tough. Yeah. Like you need to leave now.
You get out.
Yeah.
You're not welcome here. Continental's a sanctuary. Not for you, it isn't.
Yeah. Not with that in hand. Yeah. Well then, wait. Well then, I don't want it. It's too. That's yours.
Yeah, that's yours now. And wherever the rest of it is, whatever.
Like you're marked now. If you don't take it, that's even worse for you.
That's some good. This is some good like mystery lore.
Sort of, yeah.
What have I done? And if they broke it into pieces, and like they're not together.
Oh, maybe. Maybe.
Some cursed treasure.
Sort of. That's sort of what's happened here. So their only choice, because now their world of assassins has turned on them for what they've done. They are now marked. They're now cursed. Right. In a way. So now their only choice is to find the Baba Yaga. Mm-hmm. And so they go hunting. And it's not going to go well for them because John Wick doesn't want to be found.
I'm nodding. Sorry.
Yeah.
Every now and then, worth mentioning. Yes, go on.
I don't have many other beats than that. Probably like most of them probably don't make it out, but whichever one we decide to sympathize with, they actually like. They beg for mercy or whatever.
I told them they shouldn't do it when they were like we're gonna dig it up. I was like, you better not. You better not. You better not. And they did.
I know. I was watching. I was there.
Oh no! God,
I don't know, something like that. And so then, or something like John Wick leaves them alive to tell the story. Don't come after me.
Don't try to find me.
Yeah. That's most of my pitch.
Do you not want to fold that into what I pitched so that because it can all work together that these five idiots get the dude
no, because mine the movie follows them. It follows their journey of it turns John Wick into a mystery, mm-hmm. and they're now trying to solve that mystery. Mm-hmm. Whereas your pitch. We follow John.
Right. Could we do
like you taking the characters the way you did and incorporating them that way? That's fine. that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see.
I just wanted to finish the pitch, A, so it's on mic, and B,
All right.
just in case something about it grabbed you and like, yes, that's the one. But if it doesn't, that's fine. We can stick with
I like
John Wick
what
as
you're
the-
pitching. My main feeling is the ballerina issue, which is people. It's the Harry Potter Wizarding World kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like we're here for this guy, and so I don't care about these characters. I want to see them get their asses handed to them because I'm here to see John. That's my
Sure.
concern about the developing this and not making him be the central character.
Mm.
It can work. It starts to become, it verges and risks becoming Luke Skywalker is in hiding, and he's not really integral to the journey of our protagonists. I don't want it to be some.
No, okay, I think you're. I'm not then conveying how much. Like, John Wick is in my pitch as much as. Literally, I keep comparing it to slashers. To as much as Michael Myers
yeah.
is in Halloween, or
So is
Freddy is in Nightmare on Elm Street.
So with every time one of these dumbass assassins, these people who have something to prove, get close, John just disposes of them, leaves them for a message, and disappears into the shadows. Right.
To be short about it, yeah.
Right. Yes, I'm being concise in my description of it. Yes, I could see that working. Where is this happening?
I haven't decided yet.
Right. So which is why if we give John a town that he has moved to and loves and has just disappeared into, and that town is his identity, and the place he's created a sanctuary is now threatened by these people coming in to find him. Now we have a specific location that John is defending. Alternatively, 5 people dig up John Wick's grave. They break up the gold pieces that are inside of it and go to Winston. We follow character number 1, goes in, says, "Look what I got."
Yeah.
And Winston's like, "You dumb bastard. You're not welcome here. Get out of here."
Yeah.
And he's like, "What are you talking about?" And we watch this assassin number 1, like, screw that, I'm going to find him, and goes out and follows the mystery and tracks him down and kicks down a door, and there's John Wick, and bam, 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 he's dead. Assassin number 2 walks into the next place, and we just go 5 chapters of John Wick chaptered 5, and we see John as almost this, that the myth of John Wick is now being recounted. It's practically I Almost Got Him, the episode of Batman the Animated Series,
where
each one of the, I mean,
that's a better that's how much I intend John Wick to be in this story.
But to essentially tell 5 stories of John Wick being hunted down 5 different ways by 5 different people, and him just disposing of them, so that he literally is this shade, this poltergeist, this being that no matter where on earth you think you can find him, you shouldn't have.
Sure. Wait. Yeah.
That we follow the 5 assassins one at a time, and one at a time they get disposed of. And so we get to tell like 5 mini movies all in one big 9 or 2-hour movie.
Are you pivoting?
No, I'm saying you're 5 assassins.
Yeah, I thought you were telling your story. I'm like, how does that dovetail into your
screw my
pitch?
story. I'm going off yours. I'm embracing yours there are these that he is.
I love that.
That even in one of them, let's say one of them is a tweaker, like he's just totally like yacked out of his mind, and when he goes to fight John Wick, there's 3 John Wicks. and he keeps turning. He's like, how did he get over there? Oh, he's up there now, and like he's a fucking Dracula. I swear, John Wick's a vampire.
Yeah.
So then it could be chaptered in such a way, even like Almost Got Him, the Batman Animated Series episode, where it's them sitting around like, what happened to your arm? Well, I was in Nova Scotia, and I was certain I found the Baba Yaga.
I don't know if I'd want to do that. I didn't care for your pitch where they all decide good luck to each of you and they each go their separate way.
Mm-hmm.
But I can see that working better with this.
Okay.
this notion. They're them each going their separate way, and then we follow
one at a time.
Each of them.
And certainly a way to do it would be A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, E, like popcorning the plots.
Sure.
I think there's some fun to be had in breaking this up into 5 pieces, like the very thing they found in the...
It becomes a little bit Rashomon, and I'm okay with that.
We've already evoked Yojimbo, so
yeah, I like the idea of doing right. We get that whole intro. They find their cursed gold.
Mm-hmm.
And they say,
"Good luck.
We're all right. We were right. Now let's go find it. Let's go find Bigfoot.
Yes.
Right. Let's prove the assassin world is full of shit, because we know it is right here.
Yeah.
And like, so then they go, and the world doesn't react the way, like, maybe one of the guys doesn't even make it to John, not necessarily the Continental, but just that world turns on him, because no, that's our freaking patron saint.
Right.
You just desecrated the patron saint of assassins.
Absolute knob. You dumbass.
Yeah.
Now, in order, like, it could be as fun as that, as simple as that. Like, this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, John Wick lives, the end.
Mm-hmm.
There also could be an element of dabbling just a little bit into not repeating the mythology and not high table stuff, but having someone assigned to document this world and the people in it. A reoccurring character with all. I'm not like Winston Wolfe from Pulp Fiction, but someone who is an observer who.
I see what you're saying.
So that a reoccurring face to narrate this or link it all together one way or another, so that when the actual climax of this movie isn't the 5th assassin versus John Wick, and even telling these stories out of order, if we want to go Assassin 3, Assassin 5, Assassin 1, Assassin 4,
The other reason I said Rashomon is you said popcorn. If we didn't popcorn, just doing one chapter at a time, but we're telling it in such a way, like, they don't necessarily all go 5 different directions, so that we might see their tales split at certain points or cross each other at certain points.
Yeah.
That's sorry. That is what I meant. I don't know why I felt I needed to clarify that.
That's okay. It's essentially what I'm saying with this reporter character, this documentarian. The person who documents it, I don't need to keep elaborating on what he is, seeing him in all the stories, and the climax, it could be the 5th kill.
Am I misremembering? Wasn't there a character in one of the 4 movies who, like, said they were writing some sort of memoir?
Maybe, well, we're coming up on the break here. We can look it up real quick.
Probably not. I'm probably mixing it up with a different
the
thing.
final climactic fight is not any of the assassins. It could be John versus this guy who's been documenting the whole thing, and John's like, I don't want this documented. I'm dead. Give me your book. I can't do that. I have my rules too. I need to document this. This must be
the deadly world of journalism.
I guess we're about to find out if the pen really is mightier than the sword. So that the final throwdown, the climactic fight, is John versus this guy. That this ends up being our big final battle. So then we can see 5 cool action sequences minimum, and then a 6th and final one of John saying, "You're not documenting this. I will not let you walk away. You can walk away without this story, or you can try to fight to keep it, and I will kill you." So digest that. We'll look up if there's a documentary.
It doesn't. What I'm remembering is they were documenting. They were writing their own memoir. And there wasn't much beyond that.
Okay.
I'm probably totally attributing it from something else.
It's from Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
Yeah, it was Sam Elliott. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. All right, let's take a quick break here. We'll hear, maybe there's another show to be plugged here. But
all right.
I'll let you all listen to that and find out while Jim and I go grab some water. Because I can feel how dry my throat is.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I'm way down here. Okay, we'll be right back. Boop.
Are,
Yep. John Wick.
are we back?
We're back. Yeah. I'm thinking we're back. Like the movie.
Don't.
Don't point at it.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. I'm thinking I'm bad at this. Yeah. Anyway, we're back. Okay. Okay. So, what are you thinking?
So
Yeah.
I'm loving this. I would love this movie.
Okay.
I'm not sure John Wick fans would love this movie. I'm
Well-
realizing.
Well, okay. First off, I'm glad you're liking where this is at because mashing these ideas together, like you turned me towards your idea of this, like him being the
okay.
thing we're going after.
You're not just doing it to
No,
move the episode forward.
I do think expanding this to a full feature, we can touch on some of the ideas I have. Like one of these chapters could be more John Wick just living his day-to-day life and getting like not being the phantom in the distance. Whatever. I like this notion of him being the thing there, like the let's go kill Bigfoot kind of thing. Like I like that's a good pitch. Now, so I'm glad that you like it. I think the key factor here is putting a weapon in Keanu Reeves' hand and watching him kill people.
Yeah, that's what I was realizing. Like, oh, we took the like this is the perspective of what it would look like from a target of John Wick's, but we as the audience aren't getting all of the fun tropes of John Wick of watching him get the shit kicked out of him
and killing 50 guys.
Yeah,
right. To that point, I think there's a way to get there. I do think that there's a way for this to work because it does come down to if we can have him at least once or twice dominate an entire building or room full of people, then we're going to check off those boxes. Because that's what I'm guessing that's what you're saying is that that doesn't do enough of that. Therefore, the fans will be like, this feels meh.
Yeah.
Meh. Where's him killing the whole club of people like he did in the first one?
Yeah.
Keep dancing. Keep driving. I hear you. And I think that it's possible to work that into this notion of 5 assassins trying to hunt down and kill Baba Yaga. If just one of these guys does it in a fashion where, okay, something John Wick, it's not quite established in the first one. There's hints of this, but it's very much so from the second one on. People got gimmicks.
Yeah.
Okay, so having your Jimmies, to borrow from Bone Temple, that like a tracksuit group is like, it's like, oh yeah, I'm the one who dug up the grave. I'm one of the 5, but I got a crew and I'm bringing my crew to find John Wick. I just make, then there's someone who's, as you say, bussing in victims.
Yeah.
So I do think there's a possibility of, even if that's the third guy or the second one, someone who comes in with like his crew of 15 and now John Wick versus 15 people can happen.
Sure.
If their gimmick is having a crew.
Yeah.
I think that would satisfy the John Wick fans. Like, oh yeah, let's see him mop the floor with a group of people. There's an element here that's sort of tweaking the John Wick mythology is that, and this is kind of the first one, people are coming to him. Like when he was at the Continental, right?
Yeah.
That's when Mockingbird, I can't remember her name, the woman assassin tries to, and breaks the rules. So this
Adrian Padalecki.
Thank you. That people are coming to him. This whole story isn't him seeking out. He's not trying to. At least at first, they're coming for him, and he's putting a stop to it each time. So it's not like he's going into a club and cleaning it out. He could be at a supermarket, and then all the employees are actually on the payroll of this one assassin. Maybe. I'm sort of rambling right now, and I don't have a solid thing to grasp onto. So, give me your hand, Jim.
I'm thinking about three things at once.
Okay. Say all 3 things at the same time.
Okay. Carte bouche do John Wick.
I broke him.
Right. So, 5 guys. 5 guys make this pact, maybe 6.
Mm-hmm. 5 assassins. They're nice. They're not essentially. They're not saying. We're not saying they're men.
Mm-hmm.
5, 6 killers, assassins, wannabes, punk asses, young, old, stupid.
So if you want your journalist guy to be there, I think maybe it would be coolest if John actually doesn't interact with him. He's picking up stories from these guys as they pass through, or maybe he even goes with one of them on these things, but leaves before it gets deadly.
Then that's my cue.
Basically, I have this idea for the ending.
Okay.
Where John Wick has taken out all 5 of these would-be usurpers.
Mm-hmm.
And we get a scene of him walking back into the right, because if they have these cursed, they've been cursed with these items. The world knows you did this.
Mm-hmm.
And we get John Wick. It tastefully shadowed. So, is that John Wick? We know it's John Wick.
Mm-hmm.
But the idea is he's walking back into the world, and everyone is being polite, like, you're not real, you're not here, you're a ghost, kind of thing. Except for maybe, right?
Winston's the concierge.
Yeah, basically. But John Wick walks up to the desk where the concierge is,
Mm-hmm.
Puts the 5 items that he's taken from them back, and says, "Please return these to where they belong," and leaves. And that's it. That's all of his interaction with the Continental. And as you wish, Mr. Wick.
Mm-hmm. As you wish,
rest
sir.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, sir.
Yeah. So the idea being, they then go rebury these things. Not necessarily that's where they belong, right? Like, that is the legend of John Wick, and so he's out there somewhere. And if anyone else comes along and dares to disturb this again, especially in that capacity, dig up this. If anyone dare dig up this story, figuratively and literally, this is the result. But then having that guy, that documentarian, sitting over at a table, sees all that, and John Wick leaves, doesn't even necessarily glance over at him, and he's scribbling away, and Winston comes over and takes the book.
Hey, yeah.
And it says something clever about how this isn't for that story won't see the light of day, something like that.
Yeah,
because I also do want the last guy John Wick doesn't kill, and he says, "You will tell the story of that Baba Yaga is dead."
Mm-hmm.
So, or something like that. The whole idea of leaving one survivor.
Yes, and not the documentarian, because Winston could allude to something like, "You only document the people within our guild. You document the stories of the living assassins," or what?
Our society prefers their privacy. Something classy.
Just that, like, you don't need to tell the story of a dead man.
You don't get to tell the story.
You don't get to tell the story of a dead man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then, do you like the notion of these chapters being told?
Some ghosts shouldn't be disturbed.
Spirits.
Demons.
The notion of telling this out of order. Kill Bill, Rashomon, Strange Darling style. Is there an advantage to that?
I'm not seeing an advantage to it. I'm not seeing a disadvantage. I'm not seeing a disadvantage either. Like, I don't know what sort of. I don't know how we could reveal new information or new details
in a non-linear.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. I think just. And then the next chapter, and then
and like the way they're told, I kind of like the idea that we tell them in whatever order we want. There's an insinuation actually that they might even be simultaneous.
Yeah, I don't mind that. Especially
Um,
if we see little background stuff that overlaps between one or the other.
mm-hmm.
Pulp Fiction-esque, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's okay.
Oh, also we can have another big old fight scene
Yeah.
at the beginning. It is a story being told.
Mm-hmm.
One of the veterans there at the Continental is telling that our group of
Would-be's.
would-be's the tale his tale of John Wick.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be, a good a big old hallway fight in which that's how that's why this elbow clicks every time. Or I don't know, something like that.
And
Like that's how I lost this eye.
and it was at that period of time where he left no survivors. Well,
Yeah.
you survived. Yeah. What does that tell you? You
Actually, that could be decent foreshadowing
to leave. He left one
yeah.
person to tell the tale.
Yeah.
There might be a more elegant way to drop that.
Yeah.
That one was left behind, so that this warning could be instilled. So like, oh wow, I would love to see him in action. Oh, I bet if he's still out there, we should. No, what part of the story didn't you understand? You do not want to find this man. This was a cautionary tale.
You're lucky he's dead and gone.
Yeah. This was not meant for you to be inspired to go find him. It was meant to say, stay away from that sort of nonsense. Yeah, he's wrong. Let's go dig this guy up. I want to
Maybe.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's so in the end, that final throwdown.
Are we not supposed to have cameos?
Let me look at the demand.
Like us doing the Continental and Winston and all that is. Are we explicitly supposed to be going to another world to like a whole other
Cameos.
world?
I don't feel like we are relying on the cameos. It's just you inserted Continental as a almost near the epilogue of this and I think that feels.
Well, you inserted the Continental earlier.
Right. I'm just saying we're not relying on it as this is all about the Continental and overthrowing the chair and all that. Cameos. Not a bigger, not a
was
crew.
Was that Merry Melodies? Was that?
Yeah. Yeah. Not fan service cameos is
sure.
And so I don't think what we're suggesting here is a
Ian
fan service
McShane, even if he's a main character, that is a fan servicey cameo.
What I'm going to define that as is like 3PO and R2D2 being in Rogue One. There's a cameo for the fans.
Yeah.
What we're actually putting here is narratively significant. Because it doesn't have to be Winston that takes the book away and say, that's not a story you're going to tell. It's just happenstance that's him to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that separates this from, look, it's the guy, and actually being narratively significant.
Okay.
So that's my in defense of going to the Continental without it being disrupting the mythology that exists. It really is about just laying foundation for, hey, this is existing within this world, the world of John Wick, and now how are these characters going to go forth and try to find him? You had suggested that there could be an insinuation that this all took place all at once, or like there's some overlapping here.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way? Can you conceive a way with me here now? And you might be able to put a quick kibosh on this. That chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, like we tell these chapters and they have their action sequences within them, and we get to see John Wick do his thing. Is there a way for maybe in the climax of this all, we then see all five previous action sequences did happen at the same time, and we see it all again from John Wick's POV and realize what we watched was all literally one thing after the other. Maybe that's a real tough juggling act I'm suggesting, to be like, oh, what a cool chapter, moving on to the next. Oh, what a cool chapter, moving on to the next. And then the big climax is like, wait, this all happened at the same time.
You know what? Because we're here pitching this.
Yeah.
Yes.
It can be that.
We can do that. So just imagine that. Isn't that cool?
The the difficulty of doing such a thing is the location. As soon as the location for
Well,
one is this,
yeah, because then we have to have all 5 at the same
right?
location, in near enough the same time,
Yeah, and
and that really kind of bottles it.
right. If it was John Wick in that small town, as I was suggesting in my pitch, then it's real easy to kind of go, "Oh, this all happened in the same day, at the same place, in the same time,"
Mm-hmm.
and then that fun little gimmick doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a shock to see suddenly it's it's all at once, and we're not entering any time portals here that allow him to traverse time and space.
Yeah.
So
And I think it would be more fun if it took place across a week.
yeah, that maybe one chapter takes place over 2 days, one chapter
Mm-hmm.
takes place over a course of 12 hours,
Mm-hmm.
one chapter takes 4 days, and then the fifth one, like having it set within a very tight timeline, but in multiple places, then
Yeah.
creates the element of, wait, how did John get from that location to that location? How reliable is our narrator here? If there's that little bit of supernatural element, like, wait, if he was up in the snow, how the hell did he get down in the forest?
I'm going to offer one change to sort of what you just said,
Mm-hmm.
to basically suggest these chapters as we're laying them out. It turns out this is so the way the opening is someone retelling their
Yes.
John Wick tale.
Yes.
Like basically insinuating this movie without opening it as I shall be your narrator.
Mm-hmm.
It in the end it was the documentarian, because I initially didn't want him to be the one who was left alive,
Right.
because a document, even if you took his manuscript away, he's still a storyteller who will remember and know enough. I'll just rewrite it.
Right.
You dick. I'm not going to have all the details that I did, but I'm just going to do it again later.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I was thinking of making him sort of a separate thing from all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But it does feel redundant to have one of the would-be's be the survivor
When we
have a storyteller.
Yes.
So I'm coming around to making them the same one. If we can make that work, and then my story was so the line that he'd be told when the book is taken is like, this is an oral story. So,
Yeah.
something like that. This is not something.
This is an oral
that will
history.
be, documented. That'll be written down.
You have to tell it. So making the documentarian a sixth character in this narrative.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
yes.
and then he would show up.
Yes.
Definitely at some point.
I'm for that. I pitched it, so I'm more interested in seeing that way. It's just it creates a cohesive gel of a person who is popping up in these stories to ask the questions, to be the witness, filling out his little notebook, and that Winston would take it away, or someone would take it away and go, no. This is an oral history. You share it that way.
Something like that.
Yeah. I still would like to see John and that character have a little bit of
well, then
moment.
the other option would be actually do have a confrontation, and maybe this makes John Wick too much of a bad guy, but now I'm thinking almost like have you seen I don't remember what it was called. It wasn't called Cigarette Burns. It was a short story by Stephen King. It was put into one of his anthology movies. What was the one? Cat's Cradle? Was that what it's called?
Eye.
Cat's Eye.
Yep.
It was in Cat's Eye. The character wants to quit smoking.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
And the organization is like, we'll help you.
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out in the extreme cases, like the way they end up helping is by, we're not going to cut your finger off. We'll cut your wife's finger off.
Yes. Yeah.
And in the end, he's like, he avoided it. So he's like, I don't know if they actually would have done it. That was pretty extreme. And he looks over, and his friend who had done it previously, his wife is missing her pinky finger. I'm trying to build towards something like that, to suggest that when we get to the end of the movie, after all of these tales have been told and after the book's been taken away, somehow revealing that writer character and he's missing a finger,
Mhm.
he's missing an eye, something like that. So for his part in the tale, his part is being the one left to live. Like, actually, maybe that's what happens. Like, I'm not going to kill you because you're the last. You shall tell the story.
Mhm.
And so maybe it's John that takes it away, but not this way. And he takes the
Okay,
the
yeah,
manuscript.
that actually tightens it up a little bit to say, and yes, to say that no, you know how this goes. Even if that's the line that the documentarian keeps saying,
Sure.
if he's involved at one point in an action sequence that's playing out, and he says, you know how this goes, I don't get involved. I just document. I'm the one who tells the story. If that's
Sure.
basically his anthem, so that John turns the tables on him in the end and says, no, you know how this goes. You're the one who tells the story, and you don't tell it this way, and takes the book away.
Mm.
Oh yeah, you got me, John. I do know how this goes. Also, in the attempt to take the book away, he could resist and be like, and they could have a little bit of a scuffle if we want another action sequence there, if all but brief.
I think it would have. I think that would that taking of the book is after a confrontation has happened.
Okay. After a confrontation between John and the document. Yeah. I just want to see them fight is essentially what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
I just like the idea of this guy who's been a bookworm the whole time, who won't get involved with any action sequences.
I see. So, okay, I have a question about that. Why is he involved? Who involved him? Why does anyone tolerate his presence?
It's literally, I'm suggesting this as a new addition to the mythology, that there's literally people assigned within this universe, in this world, that are the documentarians. There's a librarian.
Is there?
No, I'm saying we make this up, that there's a character or there are positions within this world to document all this stuff.
Mm.
Like I'm trying to add to the mythology a character whose title is the librarian.
The writer is adding a writer.
How freaking narcissistic of me.
Every writer does it. Now that I understand that, I don't know. I don't have a good reason to say no.
Another way to do this is, and this will draw on the Continental series, that's the prequel series about Winston. In that series, there's a cop who starts investigating the Continental. She's an outsider. She actually goes into the bar. At one point, she sits there, like, how may I help you, my lady? And she orders a drink, and like, that's great. And then the waiter just looks at her, and she puts real money on the table, and he goes, I'm sorry, I don't think you're at the right bar.
I'm so mad. I wanted to watch that show. I didn't get to watch that show or Ballerina, so I don't know how they world built there. I'm so mad. I loved that. That sounds amazing. I like that. I like what you just described. What I missed out on watching that show. I love that. That makes me so angry. That's a thing I would. Sorry. I know we're supposed to be pitching a movie and not rewriting.
That's okay.
But that's a thing I hated that they changed over to. I forget which movie they did it in, but they did it pretty soon, and then the rest of it was just like $60 million to get John Wick. What do you mean dollars? Go back to the coins.
Yeah.
What the hell? Why did you change?
I don't know.
Sorry, but pet peeve.
The reason I even brought this up is that if it's not a documentarian, a librarian character, a scribe.
So here's my problem with that is, if that is an official person in this world, and it's not just some dude looking to sell a book to the hoi polloi, that might be the wrong word, the rabble, whatever, then let him.
Yes, yeah, and yes. Now that you've said that, I'm realizing the error that I am much more for the mythology building, that there is a position within this guild that is someone who writes the tales.
So now having said that, we lose the whole taking away the manuscript and all that. We can have that character and he's documenting all this. And that's fine. I still think there's no reason to have him be an unreliable narrator.
Right.
There's no reason to have him.
I still think I like the idea of John saying, "You're the one. You're the last one. You're the one who tells the tale," but not like that.
Why not? Why not like that? The book is at best going to go into the private
collection.
Private collection to only be read by other allowed assassins or whatever.
Okay, then yeah, I guess we
you
don't.
know?
It's an unnecessary addition to the story to have John take the book away, unless he does a sleight of hand and does take the book away, leaving the guy thinking he has it, and then when he opens it up, it's empty, and he's
Oh,
like,
John Wick always being cheeky.
yeah, and then he's like, shit, I got to rewrite this now from memory.
I don't have a good memory. I've been saying it the whole movie.
I've been writing this stuff down the whole time, so I didn't have to remember. So 5 morons hear the tale of John Wick. We open the movie with an incredible action sequence, and they hear the tale. And they decide to find out for themselves if John Wick is actually dead, because if he's not, they can find him and make a name for themselves. They dig up the grave. They do find the casket empty, save for an item that they break between the 5 of them and wish each other luck. May the best man win. And then the prologue is complete. Chapter 1 begins. And we tell the tale of assassin number 1 and whatever his gimmick may be as he hunts down and finds John Wick.
I was thinking about the gimmicks,
Yeah.
and I kind of wanted to establish them sooner than possibly that. What do you think about it opens, and we get 5 little intros of each of these dudes doing their job. So we get to see a gimmick. We get to see them kill people successfully.
They are good at what they do.
Doing their thing.
Yeah.
Cut. Oh, and actually, maybe at the end of each one, it's them walking into the Continental to pick a place. We could also invent a new place if we wanted. For now, though, we'll put it at the Continental. Walking in, sitting down, taking their drink. Maybe we see the others in the room. Cut, do
Rewind.
the second.
Yeah.
So we do 5. That's kind of a lot. But we get to establish who they are, what their gimmick is, and that they're good at this. So when they decide on folly later, it's not just you freaking incompetent dummies. So we finish those 5. I want to insinuate somehow. I failed to insinuate that what we just watched was them telling their story to the others. So then that all gets wrapped together with this 6th guy who's been sitting nearby, overhearing their story. Then he tells the tale of John Wick.
The big action sequence to open the movie.
What is that too far? Because that's almost like that'll end up being like 10 minutes into the movie that we finally get that.
Every now and then we'll see a movie. I'll see a movie where the title is dropped. Like the title card is at like the 20-minute mark.
Sure.
Like, oh, I forgot this was going to happen. Hundreds of beavers, or that's the only one I can think of right now. But that there was a Sebastian Stan Flesh. I think it was Feed, whatever.
Oh yeah, I know the one you're talking about. The one, where he's a cook.
Yes. Well put. I like where your head's at in showing off their gimmicks as fast as possible.
Because that way we establish that, we get the story that ties them in. That story ends like and he's like, so no one will ever hold a candle to John Wick, pun intended.
Right.
God rest his soul.
Yeah.
And he kind of goes his way. These 5 guys, they all exchange like for movie economy. They all exchange looks. Cut to graveyard.
Yeah. Finding the item, breaking it into pieces, wishing each other luck, going their separate ways. Chapter 1 begins. I want to suggest that we open with the big action sequence and the story being told to the 5, and then go into the graveyard. And then when each chapter starts, we see their gimmick right away, and then proceed to finding John Wick. And then I said it out loud, and I realized that it's like we're going to establish it here to pay it off in 15 minutes anyway. And there is something there is a more clever way for us to introduce it as fast as possible in the opening, so that we see the stuff pay off intermittently throughout. Yeah, it's just a lot to introduce the 5, then tell the story, then get to the graveyard as the inciting incident. It's an Act 1 broken in. This is a weirdly structured film in that it's 5 chapters plus a prologue and an epilogue.
What if we do that intro? What we do? We do the Harbinger's intro.
Mm-hmm.
Then it goes to the 5. They do get to talking, and as each one gets to kind of say their major notion in what they're doing.
Yeah.
Do like a 30-second montage.
Yes. I got it. Okay.
If even, yeah.
Dude tells the opening sequence. Like, we kick the movie off, boom, right into action.
Yeah.
Like, no title card, just boom, go, 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 go. We see Keanu Reeves kick some ass for a couple minutes, and then cut to the Harbingers, you're going to call them. Tell them the tale of these 5 people have been listening in the bar. They gather on the table. They discuss, like, you hear all that John Wick, lamenting never getting to meet him, lamenting never getting a chance to fight him, to kill him. Yeah. This is how I would do it.
Real convenient. The unkillable assassin's dead, isn't it?
Yeah, really convenient. Oh man, you know what I would do? Yeah. Oh yeah. You think you can just walk in and do that? No, this is what I would do. Like, they all start saying in quick succession how they would do it. And when we do see them finally fight John Wick, every attempt to try to live up to what they did, we see it brief, like a split second. It almost goes exactly as they said they were going to do it, and then immediately falls apart. But just in a just like, I would kill him this way, I would kill him this way. We get to see their gimmick in this real quick. You just suggested a quick montage. Yeah. I'm saying doing it at a table of them saying how they would do it, and then we get to see real quick, real flashy, what they believe they're capable of doing against John Wick, and then each chapter allows us to see what they really can do.
2 reasons why I can be convinced it would be fine if we were in a committee, if the studio was like, no, we like that,
Ronnie,
fine, I give in,
rebut it.
But the 2 things I don't like is, one, it's imagination. Mm-hmm. So even though we're getting to see their gimmick, it's them building themselves up we don't get to see them actually be good at their job. We get to see them be good about talking about their job.
Okay, fair.
And the other point is, we see them do it to John Wick.
Right. So instead of them saying this is how I would kill John Wick, how about, I had this job in Peru. That's how I would do it. Yeah, you think a flamethrower is going to work? It worked then? Yeah, we're talking about John Wick.
I see. More of that. Yes. Yeah. Essentially that. I don't think doing the flashback to what they do needs to be done necessarily in context of, and that's what I would do to John Wick. Mm-hmm. But just sort of as they introduce themselves in the conversation, and I mean, that ultimately is what they're talking about. I don't know why I'm being so.
No, it's okay. It's structure. It's nitpicky, but it's also important because it lays foundation here. Oh, hey. Yeah, I know you.
Yeah, you're the guy who did so-and-so.
You had the scuba diving thing, right?
Oh, you heard about that?
Oh, man. Yeah. I just use knives. Put those weapons away. I'm not using them, but I would. That sort of thing, that I know you, this is what I've done. Just that. I think maybe that. It's sort of mashing all these ideas into one thing. Mm-hmm. So then when they go to the graveyard, drunkenly dig up John Wick and find the piece, break it up, chapters begin. Now we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 through the story. The thread that survives this whole thing is our reporter character, who documents this in the background of sorts, so that when we get to, say, we'll call it chapter 6, we get, is that the epilogue? Just the librarian, or whatever we're going to call him, recounting, watching all this take place. And that might just be as simple as John Wick saying, you can come out now. After he kills the 5th guy.
Sure.
You can come out. I know you're here. And then here comes Trenchcoat. He's been in the movie the whole time. Oh, that guy. He was the one in the very beginning. He had the first line in the movie. Did you get all that? Are you a librarian? Yeah. Did you get all that? Matter of fact, I did, Mr. Wick. Right in his notebook. Sorry, I'm being a little too quiet into the microphone. I'm pantomiming stuff you can't see. Now, Okay, I like what we have here.
Mm-hmm.
What does John do in the end? Does he just say, "This book's mine. You tell the story. You're the one who lives. Leave me alone. Baba Yaga's dead. Make sure that's how this story ends." And then he just walks off into the sunset again. I'm not saying we need to.
Something like, yeah.
I don't think it's essential for us to sit here and go, well, how do we set us up for the sixth movie? That's sixth movie's problem, not ours.
Frankly, that to me is how it feels that they wrote each of the John Wick movies.
Right? We don't have to sit here and do that, right? We can just say,
Yeah.
and then John goes,
I mean, we like to do that, but we don't have to.
he says, go tell the story. Just make sure it ends with John Wick is dead. And then he just takes his dog and walks into the sunset. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe. But I'm thinking about the weird technical aspect. John Wick technically said that, like, because technically the previous guy, that was a story while John Wick was alive, and then the story we know of how he died. And here he's telling the narrator, he's telling the librarian to change the story.
Yeah.
Technically that's what I'm hung up on. If it's a detail I don't need it to get hung up on right now, that's fine.
Can we characterize this guy to want to tell the story this way instead of that way, kind of thing? Be like, Mr. Wick, the story I know is that you're dead. Like that, maybe there's a bit of an honor moment there.
I'm liking the whole thing where he's hanging out and John Wick returns the tokens and his book is taken away again.
Okay, so librarian,
like the librarian can still be around, but then he's just not there for that last confrontation. But then who would be left alive? If he's the one to be left alive.
Yeah.
He needs to be there.
Yeah, the idea of that final moment of John walking through the doors, put this back where it belongs. Yes, sir. And then seeing, okay, our librarian character witnesses everything.
Yeah, we don't have to have a witness to. I like that final moment of John Wick walking back into the Continental, dropping the things off,
and I'm embracing that. Yes.
And, so what I was going to say is we don't have to have the witness there to see that. The witness is the audience. Maybe that's fine.
Right.
So he walks in, drops off the tokens, and also the manuscript. The idea being that manuscript will go into the grave now.
Instead of him taking the book away from the librarian at the Continental?
Yeah. So we go back to the librarian's out with these guys. He is the last survivor. He will tell the story.
Tell the tale.
And honestly, I don't think
okay.
John Wick should even tell him how to tell it.
Yeah, I get it.
Just like you're the one to tell the tale, not that way.
Yes,
he
book. Takes the book away, and the librarian is left standing there like, oh man. Then fade to black. The doors open. John walks into the Continental, sets the items down on the desk, says, "Return this to where it belongs," and he puts the book on the desk.
Yeah.
And then Winston says,
"Right away, sir.
Right away, sir.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, sir." And then John just walks out. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I like that. I can see the visuals of that and like the.
So we don't get our whole unreliable narrator thing. That's okay.
I think so. He still has the moment with the narrator and says, "You are the one who lives. You tell the story, just not that way."
Yeah.
You tell it. That's not. It's an oral history.
Yeah.
And if I think this narrator character or librarian character isn't super obviously there the whole time, just enough. I don't know how much interaction do you think he should have with the characters along the way?
I think it would be really cool if with each chapter he moves closer and closer to the forefront.
Yes. Okay. I'm for that.
Like he's there at the beginning when they're all talking and stuff, but he's in the background. Or
Even they say something and he laughs, like he's over
sure.
in a booth and he laughs, like, "What are you laughing at, librarian?" Yeah, I just tell
nothing.
this.
I'd love to see it.
Yeah,
Fine.
yeah, I'd love to see it. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I don't know. I would love to see you try.
Yeah.
And I'll be happy to tell the tale. Yes, and
Fuck you, word man. You're coming with.
yeah, the hell I am.
Well, no, but like he wouldn't say that. He okay. So then in the graveyard digging scene, he's there in the background.
Yes,
yeah.
The more involvement he has, like getting closer to the end.
Yeah.
A little bit of something. This might be a little flavor that's unnecessary, but just that he writes. I write every detail. It's important that I get every detail down. I make sure I write it because you know how hard it would be to memorize all of it, like to remember all this. So I write it all down as fast as I can. And even if someone like grabs the book and looks at it, like, what the hell is this? It's shorthand. It's what stenographers use. Who can read this? The right people.
Yeah.
But I remember. Yeah. And then, but saying that, like, I write it all down because how the hell would I remember it all? Yeah. So that when John takes the book away and it's like, you're just going to have to remember as much as you can. Mm-hmm. It's like, damn it.
Okay. My shorthand.
My shorthand. So at least six action sequences in this. A big brawl to open it. I think at least one of these chapters has to have a whole bunch of like minions.
Yeah, one of these guys has a gang.
Yeah.
Maybe it's probably that guy. There's a certain point, like he's going after him, and John misses the shot, and he's like, I'm fucking out, and so he retreats to his fortress with all of his dudes.
Right, and then John shows up, like, and it's not revenge. It's self-preservation. It's I'm out.
Don't come after me. I said don't come after me.
Like, this is silly. None of this was even vengeance. This was all just to I think we've created a different motivation. Mm-hmm. We've activated the John Wick machine without
sort of. What I like about this, we don't have a tacked on ending that sort of suggests the continuation of this exactly. It's sort of there, but it reminds me of Killer of Killers.
The Predator Killer. Yes. Oh, yes. So good.
Right. It's sort of this. We're touching back on this story where we're looking at John Wick through a different lens, through someone else's perspective, rather than his perspective on this world.
Yes. Cool. Okay.
Hopefully that's cool.
I think it's cool. Ronnie, do you think it's cool? Answer me. Well, I think I'm gonna call it there then. I think we have something. We've laid. So go ahead and think about it for a bit, but I'm going to start throwing to the ending here, and we'll come for you for 5 final thoughts here. But I think I'm going to say we've got enough foundation here that were we to have to like actually script this, we could do a first draft at this.
Yeah.
The thing we're missing is we don't really have a clear sense of these 5 characters. We did not develop any personalities here, and that's in the world of John Wick. I think okay right now.
No, you do the. You do the traditionals, the tough one, the hot one, the smart one, the stoned one, and
the rebellious one.
Yeah,
I guess that's the tough one. The tough one is like a leader.
No, the tough one's a leader type.
Yeah, and then the rebellious one's a Green Ranger type.
Yeah.
But Ronnie with an I from Ronnie with the Y Studios. You got to let us know how we did. So did we meet your demand today? You can hit us up if you agree or disagree, or if you think we missed something, whatever. You listening, same thing. If there's anything we missed here, or you feel like, oh, this is missing this element of John Wick. We didn't put a dog in this, but surely we would. John would have a dog to his name, right?
He can walk into the in the end.
He's got his dog
with a dog.
I suggested that he trains dogs in one point when we were pitching.
Oh, did you?
I realized
I missed that.
It's fine. That's Muzzle, the Aaron Eckhart John Wick movies. He trains police dogs.
I didn't get to watch Muzzle, but you told me all about both of them.
I watched both of them.
The conceit, the suspension of disbelief for that movie, the one
yes.
thing they ask the audience is, in a world that hates dogs.
Yeah. Any reality, a dog is killed and people would rise up and riot. But in the Muzzle world, who cares? It's just a dog. And the movie hates dogs. A dog gets blown up by a rocket launcher, like Punisher Warzone style.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's awful.
But he was a bad dog.
Mm.
Anyhow, you can message us directly at studiodemands.com or on Instagram at studiodemands. If you aren't already, you can subscribe to wherever you're listening to your podcast. And if you feel like giving us a little review, we wouldn't say no to that. And you know what? You write a really good review, I'll read it on the air. Yeah. You can also find us on YouTube and TikTok, where we occasionally post stuff that's not seen or heard here on this show. And guess what? There's other places we can go. Jim?
You can come visit us on Reddit at the subreddit r/Studio Demands It. Do some Reddit stuff there. You can come to our Discord, go to our website, which is is Substack? Is it a Substack website, or is it just studiodemands.com?
Currently, David's doing a
things are getting switched around, and it's confusing me. I'm confused.
Yeah. So you should look at us for the other places.
Go to our website in one of the many arcane ways of finding it, and there will be a link at the top of that page to with a invite to the Discord, where you can also talk about this stuff and do Discord things.
Yay, Discord things. All right.
Yay.
And
woo-hoo!
If you want even more, or if you want to show some support to us in other ways, we have a Patreon. And for a couple bucks a month, you can get episodes early, commercial free. Who needs those pesky commercials, right? As well as some extended double length episodes. At this point, we have over 1,000 hours of material that you could listen to between our episodes, our entire library of episodes, and our movie commentary tracks. So you want to listen to us talk? We'll got options here.
Oh my gosh, we'll talk.
Yeah, we'll talk. My God.
We have talked for you.
And you can even just go to Patreon and subscribe for free, which will get you access to our Suddenly a Conversation series, which is often we post when we have something to say about a movie we are literally walking out the door having just seen, or some sort of pop cultural significant topic. A massive thank you to our godfather and producer of this whole network, David Geisler, who... Congratulations to David. As of recording, he has just recently graduated from Columbia University in Chicago. I got to go hang out with him for a couple days in Chicago for his graduation, and he's already the things this guy has in store for us, for this network, and for new things to come is just so exciting. So you can check out other shows that our network has, courtesy of Bottoms of Pages, where you can click on links or just search for us in your search engines. Jim, any other thoughts on John Wick and the universe of John Wick here?
Hooray, congratulations! You didn't give me an opening to actually congratulate David.
Do it.
I just hooray, congratulations, David!
Right, good. I gave you the opening.
Congrats.
Like the word gradulation.
Yeah. That's not how that's spelled. It is. No further thoughts at this time. Nope. I did start trying to put together something with your initial pitch, John Wick in a Little Town.
Right.
It just ends up being a lot like we just watched what was that movie? Bob Odenkirk, Not Nobody.
The drag you to hell over your dead body. Nope.
He was just in a movie where he plays the sheriff of a town in Minnesota.
Nowhere, Minnesota. Normal, Minnesota.
Normal. Minnesota.
It was called Normal.
Normal. Yes. Yeah. It just ends up being normal.
I don't even want to do this. Bang, 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 bang. Okay. Well, that's going to be it for this episode. We'll be back again soon to challenge ourselves with one of your demands. And maybe, we read a cool movie.
Like, what other direction could... he's gone international, so it's not even like it's a matter of, John Wick goes Euro trip or something. He did that.
There's... truth be told, I hope they never go into sci-fi territory like resurrecting him or time travel or any of that. And you don't get me wrong, I love me some sci-fi, but I want John Wick to stay within his lane and that bulletproof suits would be the extent of the magic that is in the series. So
That lane gets wider and wider.
I guess maybe he goes after a Milan Usk character or a Beth Bezos.
We're gonna turn him into a dark James Bond.
Oh, actually, that'd be a bad way to do that. Oh, that's a bad pitch. Is that he gets recruited by the government?
Well, I was thinking that would be what outside of the world of crime would have lots of action, lots of guns, and it would be
the world of law and espionage and military.
Military, yeah.
And we can, with context clues, John has military training because the way he wears his watch.
Oh, sure.
He wears it on the inside of his wrist, which is military.
That was his training. Yeah. Most of those assassins, they all got their training from
So I don't like the notion of the government scooping him up and making him some sort of, like, forcing him to be a spook.
No, that's not what I'm not even thinking that. Just like he would have to fight them. John Wick fights an army, a literal army.
Who wins in a fight? John Wick versus an army.
John Wick.
What about a militarized group of...
a paramilitary?
Yeah. We ended up not using rednecks. John Wick versus rednecks.
Yeah.
He just goes region by region, taking out Appalachian mountain men, just some hillbillies.
It really is just Dalton. It really is Roadhouse.
Yeah. The hills have evil eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's it. That's how the episode ends.
Right, yep.
Pew, pew.